to gain awareness of your heart space. So, gaining awareness of the neck, the ribs, the upper thoracic, the shoulders. We tend to disconnect with this space, disconnect with the language that our heart is feeling. Literally, our spirit will be out of body in certain areas of our body. So it could be 60% out of body, we're 30% out of body. It just means that we are not aware of the movements, of the sensations that are happening in a specific body part. So, with this heart chakra awakening, this is an expansive, heart opening yin flow. It's like a yin yang, a little mix, right? And we're going to gain that awareness so that you can create effective boundaries with your relationships. Because the heart is connected to everyone, this heart space. So when we gain full awareness of what's coming in and out, we are able to regulate it. We're able to move through the sensations. So yes, I say everyone is connected, right? So if you feel someone else's heart space, all you have to do is to feel it in order to move it through you. It's the lack of awareness that gets you stuck. So this is where you can book it. If you feel like you have this, you can book a free consultation or book an actual hour healing telehealth appointment with me. And I can see where you're disconnected in your body and exactly where you need to gain more awareness. Please like this video, subscribe, and then comment down below. Please let me know what's going on, how you're enjoying my channel. Align with the abundance frequency. You desire to receive much into your world. However, you doubt and lack belief of your worthiness to receive what you truly want. This is how the law of attraction becomes conflicted with the law of expectation. As the universe always responds to the unique vibrations that you're emitting. Wanting something and expecting it are two completely different feelings that you're currently emitting. The universe is waiting to deliver to you. Can you believe you're worthy to receive all of your heart's desires? Expectation is empowerment when rooted in knowingness and beliefs. Know that you are worthy and expect to receive. We affirm, I deserve what I am expecting to receive. Sitting in a nice, comfortable position, we put our hands on our knees, lowering our eyelids, softening our gaze to the ground. Breathing in worthiness. I am worthy of receiving. I expect abundance. Feel the resonation in your body as it manifests into the world. Softening the shoulders. Expecting all of our heart's desires to come to us. Sitting in knowingness that our heart will always be satisfied again and again. Knowing that when we release our worthless thoughts of negativity, when we don't give them attention, when we relax in the trueness of each moment, we know that is a fast track to the heart's desires. And every time we let go of anxiety, of worry, of negativity, of worthlessness, we know that we are on the highway to success and heartful desires. Coming into hero's pose on the back of our mat. With our heels underneath our butt. Hands on our knees. We measure ourselves. How are we feeling? Checking in with our body as we will come back to this spot and measure it again and notice the difference. Keeping the eyes closed. We bring our hands into a prayer position in the center of our chest, planting that seed of worthy, of abundance, of heart desires. Think of your desires in this heart space. Feel that heart chakra wheel spin, mixing the energy with the truth of your desires. Bringing the thumbs a little closer to the heart space, allowing the shoulders to relax back and down. Knowing the truth that the world is full of happy, heartful abundance, and it is there, it is apparent. And your light shines so bright that everything you desire is magnetically attracted to you. And as that frequency increases inside that heart space, we slowly open up the palms very slowly and push that energy out and away from our body, expanding that energy out. Feeling the energy intensify outside our body, pushing it out, allowing our manifestation to be sent out, letting it go. Breathing in, strengthening the shoulders, pushing the tips of our fingers towards the sky, arms straight out to the side. Strengthening and elongating, feeling the tension along our wrists. We go ahead and point our fingers to the back side of the room, opening up our wrists even more, and then pushing the chest forward, opening up the chest more, extending at the spine. Breathing in so much light and so much love. And then we tuck our hips under a little bit, bringing our hands to heart center, giving a little crunch, closing off, becoming smaller again in the heart space. Open up into a receiving position, pushing away the energy, expanding outward, bringing the fingertips towards the back room, opening up the chest, allowing everything to fill up inside of you, releasing any negativity, any unworthy, bringing the hands towards that heart center again. Neutral position with the shoulders. Bringing our hands down to our knees, we do a fire breath. We're going to burn away all the impurities that are inside our bodies, all the feelings of unworthiness. We go ahead and take a really big deep breath in through the nose, filling up our entire chest and our entire pelvis. And we exhale, let it all out, crunching forward at the spine. This time we inhale, and then we breathe out through the nose. This time we inhale and we do a quick fire breath by contracting the belly and making that exhale really fast. That quickness, that crunch in the stomach makes a quick movement of fire that burns up the spine the more you do it. So we're going to do this 10 times. If you need to, you can bring your hand on your belly, hand on your heart, and actually feel the movement as you breathe, or bringing your hands on the knees. 10 breaths here. Let's go ahead and purify by burning down and renewing ourselves inside. 10 breaths on your count. Normal breathing, keeping the eyes closed. We're going to do that 2 more times for the count of 15. If you feel dizzy, do not do this. Breathe in deeply and exhale for 15. Let's go. Relaxing our breath. Finding the peace in between that burning fire. And again, really big deep breath in. And 15 breaths, here we go. Good. Coming back into a child's pose, extending the arms long, allowing the chest to relax on the thighs. Feeling your back breathe and expand with each breath. Now we're going to tent the palms, placing all of our fingertips on the mat. I want you to push into the pinky finger, the ring finger, the middle finger, the pointer, and the thumb. Push through all fingers, gain awareness, raising the elbows off the mat, allowing your head to drop, finding space in the back of your chest. As we inhale and then exhale, we tuck our hips under, pushing our hips forward, putting all the pressure on our fingertips, coming into a low plank, opening up the chest, pushing back into our child's pose again. Beautiful. Again, pushing through the feet, engaging the hips, coming forward into our plank, finding awareness in all the fingers and our elbows and our shoulders, and then bring the hips back and down. Good. Planting the palms down, pushing through the index, the pinky finger and the thumb, making sure we're even on both sides of our hand. Rolling forward into our low plank. We're going to hug our elbows into our sides and come chaturanga down nice and slowly. Coming up for a low, low, low cobra, using our lower back, squeezing our shoulder blades together, allowing our chin to stay tucked. Zipping the legs together, the heels together. Go ahead and tuck the toes under. We're going to bring our hips back as we push through our palms. Come back to child's pose. Reaching both hands towards the right. Stretching the right side body. Opening up the side chest, opening up the side heart space. This is where the unknown lives. When something shocking happens, it comes and it gets us from our side. Becoming one with the heart space on the left. We walk our hands over to the left side, opening up the right side of the heart space. Looking underneath the shoulder. Walking our hands back to the center. Tucking our hips under, coming forward into a tabletop position. 3 cat-cows here with your own breath. Exhale for the cat. Inhale for the cow, bringing the belly button down towards the mat. Integrating your breath with your spine. Moving however you feel like you need to. Coming into a neutral position, making sure we're even in our palms, pressing into the pinky finger and the thumb. We're going to push away from our mat and create a hollow back. We're strengthening our thoracic area, the back of our heart space, and then we drop down. Right, not moving the lower back, but we're just rolling through our shoulder blades, letting the scapula connect to the spine. So rolling down and forward. It's almost like a massage to your shoulders, right? Keeping the arms elongated and strong. The only thing that's moving is the space between your spine and shoulder blades. Moving in the other direction, rolling back and then forward. Breathing. Now hold that extension, pushing through the hands, extended, tucking the belly button under, push that cat, dropping the head, holding it here, maximum push. Inhale, maximum release, keeping the arms long, shoulder blades back and down. A neutral spine again. We walk our hands forward, coming into a low plank. We chaturanga down, elbows towards your side body, nice and slow for 3, 2, 1. Low cobra. Heels together, inner thighs together, shoulder blades together. Toes tucked under, pushing through the hands, hip back. Child's pose. Coming forward into tabletop. Reaching that left hand towards the sky, keeping the hips nice and even. Looking towards that top hand. Placing this hand back down on the mat, we open up the right hand towards the sky. Keeping the hips even. Let's do that again on each side. Notice where your hips are in space compared to your shoulders. Looking towards the hand, opening up the front of that left chest, placing that hand back down. And the right side, open up wide. Placing that hand back down. This time, we're going to reach that left hand on up, and we're going to spiral that right foot up and come into gate pose. Looking towards that top hand, we're going to open up the chest, And allow the fingertips to go to the back wall, opening up that chest. Dropping the head down towards the right shoulder, flossing that nerve from the brain to the fingertips. Now we're going to thread the needle with the top hand. We're going to reach down under, thread it through, and then open back up, flexing the fingers towards the back wall. Extending the fingers. Breathing into the front of that left shoulder. Let's go ahead and thread the needle. Nice and beautiful, like a beautiful symphony. Your heart is telling a story. It wants to be heard by your body. Open up the chest. Fingers extended towards the back wall. Last time, thread the needle. Making music with your body. Bring the fingertips towards the back wall. Planting the hand down, back to the tabletop. Now we open up to the right hand towards the sky. And we bring our left foot to a 90-degree angle, opening up for gate pose. 5 times on this side. At your own breath, we thread the needle. Fingertips towards the back wall. Exhale on the reach down. Inhale on the reach up. Maybe both sides of your chest open up. Planting both hands back down on the mat. Coming into a tabletop position. We're going to lower down from our tabletop while keeping our hips up high, bringing the elbows towards our side body, dropping just the chest down, and then we spiral forward like a snake into our low cobra. We're going to do that again, don't worry. Go ahead and lift the palms off the mat, hovering, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then dropping the palms back down, tucking the toes under, bringing the hips back for child's pose. Coming back forward into that tabletop position again. Bringing the elbows to the side body, dropping just the chest down, opening up just the chest, engaging the triceps, bringing the hips towards the sky. Now we're going to push through all of our fingertips, tuck the hips under. Like a snake, roll forward as best as you can. Here we're going to bend at the knee, bringing our heel towards our buttocks, and then switch sides. Stretching out our front quad while keeping the chest open, squeezing the shoulder blades together in our low, low cobra. Getting ready for a boat position. Our boat pose. Bringing both of our feet back down onto the mat, zipping the legs together, squeezing the glutes together and the shoulder blades. We're going to bring our palms up, hovering them. Fingertips towards the front wall. We're actually going to bring both of our hands forward, extending. And then bring our elbows back down and dropping them down. So we're in a cactus position with our arm. Dropping our cheek down on one side. We're going to lift the left leg, bending at the knee. And we're going to bring our left palm onto the ground next to our shoulder. And as we push through the palm, we're going to lift this left knee, hinging, extending at the hip. And we're going to open up the right front of our chest as we open up the left front of our hip. Now, if this is too uncomfortable, you can move your hand wherever you would like to find that best stretch for you. Unraveling this position, bringing the left hand to the 90 degrees cactus position, bringing that right palm towards the right shoulder, and opening up the left chest by bringing the right foot behind you, opening up the right front of the hip. Breathing into that good stretch. Rolling flat back on the mat, bringing both of our palms underneath our shoulders, tucking the toes under, coming back into child's pose. This time we're going to come forward into puppy dog pose, pressing both palms onto the mat, opening up the chest, allowing the elbows to touch the ground, keeping your chin on the mat. You can let your feet relax down. 3 more breaths here. We're going to push more weight into our palms and elbows, coming forward, tucking the tips under, snaking it forward into a low Cobra position, a Sphinx position. Bringing the elbows, dragging them underneath your shoulders, pushing through the palms, elongating at the spine, chest long, chin tuck under. We are pulling ourselves forward. Planting both tops of our feet into the mat. And we hold this for about a minute. Releasing any tension in the quads, the glutes. Engaging our core. Breathing into our chest. Strengthening the shoulders by pushing through the elbows into the mat evenly. Make sure you're even on each side of each elbow. Gaining awareness of our heart space in all dimensions. Gaining strength in the heart, flexible strength. We slowly push our palms forward and relax down onto the mat. Allowing our heart energy to mix with the earth. Finding comfort in gravity. Bending the right foot towards the butt. We're going to reach this right arm back, hooking on to the front part of our foot. Feeling a nice quad stretch. Dragging the heel towards the butt. Taking a really big deep breath in and allowing it to open up. And when you're ready, go ahead and do the same thing with the other side. Dragging both heels into the back of your hip. Pushing our hip bones into the mat. Pushing the backs of our feet into our hands. You automatically find your chest rising up. Bringing our chin towards our chest. Finding a low boat pose. Engaging the glutes and the hamstrings and the quads. Allowing the chest to open up. 3 more breaths here. One more breath here. And exhale, let it all come down. Dropping the heels back down. Placing our palms underneath the shoulders. We're going to tuck our toes under and come back into a child's pose. Big drum. Again, coming forward into that tabletop position, bringing the elbows towards the side body, just dropping down the chest, bringing the hips up, 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 letting the chin come towards the mat. We're going to tuck the hips under and spiral forward into a low cobra. While we're here, we're going to hover the hands up, bringing our heels together. Now we're going to cactus the arms again, bringing the left palm on underneath the shoulder. We're going to bring that left heel towards that left foot, and we're going to open up the right chest again. This time, finding a deeper stretch. If you find comfort, you could also bring this other palm behind you for a bigger stretch, releasing all the tension in the neck. You can even grab this quad for a half bow while opening up the right chest, opening up the left hip. Finding peace in your expansion. Three more breaths here. Releasing that back foot, slowly rolling back onto your chest with the help of your palm. We cactus the left arm, pushing through the right hand, opening up the left chest. Finding that sweet spot where it's not too painful, it's not too easy, and then we go ahead and take the right hand and we open up the right quad as well. Three more long, deep breaths here. Slowly unraveling, bringing our palm back underneath our shoulder. Bringing both hands underneath the shoulders. Tucking the toes under. We come back into our child's pose. And then come right into our puppy pose, opening up the chest, pushing into both hands. Chin on the mat. Two more breaths here. Tucking the hips under, pushing into our elbows, we come into a cobra. a sphinx pose, sorry. Pushing into both elbows. Gaining awareness of each shoulder joint of our humerus to our shoulder blade. Pushing the femurs into the mat. Feeling the sinking of our hips against the mat, our core engaged, our chest open, evenness on both elbows as we drag our palms towards the elbows, allowing for this elongation in the spine. Breathing into this heart space, we find so much peace in standing in our truth of our heart. What does your heart saying to you? What is its truth? The first word is your word. Accept it and love it. Five more loving breaths here as we gain awareness. Loving awareness. Remember to push through the elbows, strengthening the shoulders, relaxing the shoulder blades back and down, away from the neck, elongating the ears, away from the shoulders. Rebuilding your heart one piece at a time. Slowly lower your chest onto the mat, elongating the palms above the mat, allowing gravity to take everything that you just did. Bending both of our heels to our tush. We're actually going to take our palms and grab the inside of our feet. It's a little bit different. So this time, this gives a bigger stretch in the front of our chest while squeezing the inner thighs together. We take a really big deep breath in and we exhale, pushing the backs of our feet against our palms, allowing that pressure to lift the chest up, not squeezing the lower back, squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings and the adductors together. Feeling the hip bones push into the mat. Beautiful. You can always flex at the feet if that helps. Three more breaths here, as long as you can. You've got this, opening up the chest, keeping the chin tucked, softening the eyes, releasing the tension from your jaw. One more breath, you got this. And relax on down, bringing one cheek to the mat. Bringing the heels even closer to your buttocks. Squeezing your toes. Rocking them from side to side, sending a little love into your lower back. There's a nice comfort in rocking, isn't there? Like a motherly love. Relaxing the feet back down on the mat nice and slowly. Let's bring our palms underneath our shoulder blades, tucking the toes under, coming back into a child's pose. Breathing into our lower back. time, we're going to thread the needle with our child's pose, bringing the left palm underneath the right armpit, reaching our face underneath our right shoulder, tenting the fingers at the top, creating nice space on the right side body. Planting the full palm down, we come back to a regular child's pose, feeling the difference in that side body. Bringing the right palm, threading it underneath the left shoulder, twisting at the spine, looking underneath the armpit, tenting the fingers if you would like, opening up the left shoulder, the left heart chakra. Remembering your mantra, I am worthy. I am worthy of receiving all the desires of my heart. Opening up for one more breath, a little bit deeper, a little bit more expansive. And come back to a regular child's pose. Tucking the hips under, coming up for our tabletop. We glue the elbows to our side body, dropping down just the chest. Bringing the hips up. Snaking through into our low cobra, hovering our hands. Making a T with our hands, extending the palms forward. And coming back to our T, come back to our palm tree, dropping down both palms. We bring the right palm underneath the left palm underneath the left shoulder. We open the right shoulder, the right front of the shoulder by twisting at the spine. If you feel called to do so, grab onto that foot, open up the left quad. 3 breaths here. Pushing the back of the foot into the hand, you're going to get more of a stretch in the front quad and the front hip. And as you bring this left shoulder up towards the sky, you're going to feel more of a stretch in the right shoulder, right front of the shoulder. You can wiggle the fingertips. 2 more breaths here. One last kick into that palm, really stretching the quad. We're going to lower back down onto the mat, teeing the left elbow, placing the right palm underneath the right shoulder. We're going to kick our butt with our right heel, bring that heel back behind us as we open up the left shoulder. Grabbing onto the foot whenever you're ready. 5 breaths here. Two more breaths here. Really pushing the front of the foot into the palm, feeling the stretch in the front of the right hip. Slowly lowering the entire front of your body back on the mat with the help of your palm. Bringing both palms underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes under. We come back into our child's pose. And then immediately come forward into our puppy pose. Pushing both palms, both elbows evenly into the mat. 3 breaths here. As we push into our elbows, we tuck our hips under, coming forward into our Sphinx. 5 breaths here, evenly into each elbow. We push the shoulders away from the mat, bringing our head towards the sky, towards the divine, standing truly in our power. Releasing all tension from the hips, engaging the core. One more big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, we slowly push our palms forward, flattening out the chest onto the mat. Allowing our body to be taken over by gravity, we give it up to God. Surrender. Resting before our boat pose. Let's go ahead and bring our feet towards our butt, and we're going to bring our palms to the inner, to our inner feet, and we're going to push our feet against our palms, lifting up our chest. If this is too much, you could do one at a time as well. It's up to you. Holding here for 5, keeping the core strong, the quads engaged by pushing into our palms, pushing our hips into the mat, breathing into our chest, allowing the front of the shoulders to open up by squeezing our heels together. 3 more breaths here. You got it. Being light, being buoyant on the water like a ship, flying free in the deep waters. 1 more breath. You got it. Push the feet against the hands. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Open up the chest. Letting your legs shake. Open up. Good. And relax on down. Loving our toes, squeezing. Giving ourselves a little foot massage. And also rocking the hips side to side. Giving yourself a little love. We release the feet down, hands underneath our shoulders, tucking the toes under, coming into our child's pose. Savoring these last moments of class. Slowly walking our fingertips as we roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming back to our original position, hands on the knees, neutral spine. Feeling into our body, how do we feel now compared to the beginning of class? Do you feel more light? Do you feel more free? Do you feel tired? Allowing this energy to soak through all of our tissues, to incorporate into our body for the rest of the week, becoming one with the heart source energy, Now allowing to know where you begin and others begin, and knowing the difference between you and others, and knowing when you and other are the same. We take a really big deep breath in, bringing our hands to heart center, and we exhale with a bow towards our chest, thanking ourselves for this beautiful practice. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you so much. And if you haven't booked a free consultation with me, go ahead and do so. Namaste. Love you. Good night.